Okay, continuing chapter 8. Trollville. Ben and Pearl hurried down Fir Street, heading into town. I can hardly wait for tomorrow, Pearl said, her ponytail bouncing. I love to go to the imaginary world. Me too, mumbled Ben, only because half of him was excited. The other half, mostly his stomach, was filled with flutters as if a butterfly had been swallowed and trapped. Why do you have that weird look on your face? Pearl asked. Are you worried? No, Ben said. He didn't want Pearl to think he was scared. Meeting half lion, half eagle would be totally cool, of course. It was just the getting there that made him nervous. Traveling to another dimension was with all sorts of other dangers, such as the possibility of falling out between dimensions or getting lost forever. But Pearl didn't seem to fret about things like that. And there was another danger, the possibility of coming face to face with a certain bad guy named Maximus Steele, a poacher who had somehow gotten himself into the imaginary world. He had stolen the rain dragon's horn and tried to trap a unicorn foal. He was pure evil, and Ben did not want to run into him. Why do you think we have to wear our fanciest clothes? Pearl asked. I don't really have anything fancy. To Ben, the statement seemed true because Pearl wore the same thing every day, a pair of basketball shorts, a plain t-shirt, and sneakers. He had never seen her in a dress, tights, or even any jewelry. She did, however, own a pair of magical pink shoes given to her by the same leprechaun who had given them each the cold. Oh, wait. I have one skirt. Mom made me wear it to my cousin's wedding. I hate it. But I will wear it if it means that I get to go to the imaginary world again. Ben was used to nice clothes. His mom ordered from all the trendiest catalogs, and before he had left for Buttonville, she packed him a suit just in case something special came up. She probably imagined a town picnic or a block party, certainly not a meeting with a Griffin. Ben and Pearl took a right onto Main Street. Although Buttonville didn't have the excitement of a big city, it did have its small charm, like a diner that made the entire town smell like hamburgers, and a movie theater that played old black and white movies, and the colorful buttons that you could find here and there, blown by the wind and collected by pigeons. He liked the pieces of treasure. Hello, Mrs. Nod, Pearl said. Mrs. Nod was the owner of the Buttonville bookstore. She was taping a closed sign to the door. How come you're closing the store in the middle of a day? And when Mrs. Nod turned around, both Ben and Pearl discovered the reason. Beneath her red-framed glasses, her face was all puffy and much rounder than usual. Uh-oh, Ben said. Right before their eyes, her neck began to swell. Ben didn't mean to stare, but it was like watching a bullfrog puff out its face. Sick, she whispered. Then, her purse in her hand, she hurried away, teetering beneath her oversized head. I am so glad I don't have tonsils, Pearl said. But how did Mrs. Nod catch troll tonsillitis already? Ben looked around. Mrs. Mulberry and Victoria must have walked past the bookstore, or maybe the wind blew Metalmouth's germs onto Main Street. It only took one germ, according to Mr. Tabby. If Mr. Tabby's right, it's going to spread all over. If everyone started looking like trolls, would Buttonville become Trollville? I sure hope my parents don't have tonsils, Pearl said again. She pushed open the dollar store door. Well, I gotta go unpack boxes. See you tomorrow. It's gonna be great. And she waved goodbye. I hope you're right. Great. But it'd be way better than dangerous. Ben darted past a couple more people with bloated faces. A woman shrieked when she spied her own reflection in a store window. What is happening? She cried. Ben might have stopped to explain the situation, but since that would have meant breaking the contract of secrecy that he and Pearl had already signed, he knew he couldn't. I don't know, he said. He told her, and then he quickened his pace. Even if the journey to the imaginary world was riddled with danger, Ben knew he couldn't chicken out. Dr. Wu, the Sasquatch, Metalmouth, and now all the sick residents of Buttonville needed a special feather, and he and Pearl were going to get it. But why did he have to get dressed up?